everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith Phillips, and I'm in the middle of doing two very different things with two different books. If you missed the last vlog, I'll link it below, but I got back copy edits for A Rogue's Guide to Winning a Wife, my debut novel that's coming out next year, and then I'm also drafting book 2. So I'm working in almost the most complete opposite sides of the writing spectrum that one can be in. I'm at the very tail end, almost the very last step of prepping Rogue's Guide for publication. And I'm almost at the very beginning of working on book 2. So it's been a little bit weird bouncing back and forth between them, but I am really enjoying the copy edits. It's very fun. I have definitely learned some things, and it's pretty easy. It's a lot just because, you know, it's a whole entire book I'm going through, but it's fairly simple for the most part, I'm finding. The drafting, on the other hand, is not going as well as I would like, if I'm being totally honest. It's working. Like, I'm not seeing major issues within the story itself or within the characters, but like the writing just feels so incredibly clunky. It's not the drafting experience that I was hoping for. It's working though. I will go back. It's just a first draft. We'll fix it up. But anyway, it's just sort of like, it doesn't quite feel like pulling teeth at the moment, but it's just a little rough, you know? So it's currently Saturday. I'm at the grocery store at the moment, so I'm going to pop in there and get stuff for the coming week. And it's supposed to be kind of rainy and stuff later today and tomorrow, and I just kind of want to chill. I don't know how much vlogging I'm actually going to do this weekend, but we'll do a little something. My plan for today is to write 2,000 words, drafting words for book 2, and kind of knock that out like first thing. I'd love to be done with that by lunchtime. I don't know if that's realistic, but that's what I'm going to aim for. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the day on the copy edits. The copy edits today is what? The 18th? Is it the 18th? Yeah, it's April 18th at the moment. And the copy edits are due in 10 days. They're due on the 28th. That should be very easy to hand in by then. That's not a problem. But me being me, I'd really love to hand them in early. I think I could possibly hand things in as early as like late next week. I'm almost halfway through the book as it is, and I've only been working on it for 4 days. So I think I can easily hand it in next week. That's not a must do, but it'd be nice to just kind of like bump it off my plate so I can get back to the drafting full time. So anyway, like I said, I want to knock out 2,000 words, get kind of like my bare minimum in terms of drafting done for the day as soon as possible, and then just sort of like plow through as much of the copy edits as possible and see how far we can get. So for now, let me pop into the grocery store, grab a couple things, and head home. It's fairly early. It's only 8:45, so I should be able to get home, unload all the grocery stuff, and get to writing relatively soon. All right, we're back here. It is just now 10 o'clock, so technically I have 2 hours before lunchtime-ish, and I'm supposed to get 2,000 words in 2 hours. Now, technically, I do think that's doable. Whether my concentration will hold out is another question. I did have a little bit of a writing session like early this morning when I was drinking my coffee. I got a grand total of 79 words. I know, I'm basically done. And I crossed the 35,000 word mark, which is great and terrible because I still have multiple scenes to go before the midpoint. So anyway, I think the midpoint is honestly going to be hitting around the 40,000 word mark. Simple math makes a total there really kind of scary. Oh my gosh. All right, we're just writing. I'm just writing. It's a first draft. It's fine. So let me get started. I really, like I said, I don't really feel like doing a whole lot of vlogging. I'm just going to be drafting and working through the copy edits. So let me get to work and see how much I can get done before noon. morning from me and my copy edits. It's the next day. I told you I didn't feel like vlogging very much yesterday. I did do a good amount of work. I got my 2,000 words for the day, like you saw. I did like 50 or 60 pages of copy edits. I think I'm like 3 days ahead on my little schedule. So that's great. I'm almost done with this next 30-page chunk. I have one comment left to address, and I'm trying to be really careful about it. So what I'm finding is that this copy editor is obviously way smarter than me, just like she's just smarter than me, and that's great. And there's a good number of her comments where she's pointing out like logical fallacies, or she's saying like, hey, this is a little vague, or it's not quite precise enough. Do you want to revise it? And I'm revising things, you know, just little things. It's not like I'm rewriting big paragraphs. I'm writing like an extra phrase or sentence or something, and that's it. Every now and then, there have been a small handful of comments where she's questioned something, and I'm just kind of like, like I understand what she's saying, but I just don't agree that it's something that needs to be revised in some way. That's what this is the last little comment in this section, and it's what I'm stuck on right now. I feel like I kind of just like it how it is. And so I'm trying to be really careful though, because again, this lady is smarter than me. So if she's saying something and I think I disagree with it, I really want to make sure I understand what she's trying to point out, and I have very good reason for dismissing the concern or not addressing it, or just sort of being like, it's fine as it is. So anyway, I just, you know, I just want to be really careful with that. I'm not rushing through this at all. This is, again, like, this is really the last chance I have to add any little things, delete any little things, change anything. The step after this is pass pages, and that is truly just proofreading. Did we forget like a little teeny word somewhere? Is there a comma missing? Is something formatted weird? Like, that's what's going to be next. And you're not adding big sentences or, you know, revising the words necessarily. It's very much stuck as is at that point. So this is the last chance I have to make any final little bits of clarification that might be needed. And I really don't want to rush that. And I'm not. So anyway, let me take just a few more minutes, finish this up. What time is it? It's 9:40, and I've been working on this actually for like an hour or so. I worked on it a little bit this morning. So I'm almost done with what I really feel like I have to do for copy edits today. I haven't done any drafting yet. I might try to do the 2,000 words of drafting and then come back and do more copy edits. Because like I said, I'm on page 261 out of 388. So I'm really you know, past the midpoint for sure. We're in the last, like third or so of the book. So I'm doing good. I'm feeling good about it. So anyway, let me finish up this one last little comment, and then we'll pop back over to drafting work. All right, I actually did a few extra pages so I could finish out chapter 27. And now we're on chapter 28. Yay. Page 268 out of 388. So I have less than 120 pages to go, because there are those pages at the end that are like blank. So anyway, feeling good. Feeling good. I'm very confident that I can finish this up in the next couple days, really. I'll definitely be able to get back to it later today as well. Very good. All right, I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna put this dog, if you can see her down there, there's that dog. I'm gonna put her in her little bedtimes and get a bedtime snack, right? We have to have a bedtime snack in order to go bedtimes. So let me get her put up, and then we'll be over here to do some drafting work. Come here. Good girl, come on. Little girl. Alright. You gonna go bedtimes? Do you need a little blankie? There you go. Oh, she's a little cozy baby. All right, I'm back. Let's do some drafting. Today should be pretty exciting because I think I showed this yesterday, but I hit 37,000 words overall, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, my goal for today was to do 2,000, but the allure of the 40,000 word mark is strong. So I think I might push and try to get 3,000 words today. That would be great. I am approaching the midpoint. So the midpoint at 40,000, I can't, like, what am I going to do about it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to be writing. So anyway, let's see if we can hit 40,000 today. I've kind of got a couple scenes left until the midpoint, I guess. And the midpoint is really kind of split over 2 scenes. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We're coming up on it, and we're coming up on some fun scenes. This next scene I have to write is a pretty big one, and really I think it's more like maybe 2 scenes in one, or it'll be 2 scenes within one chapter, and it might be divided with a little dingbat. Do you love that so much? I was asked, I think it was like last week, the week before, for some information. Anyway, I was looking things up, and the little things that they put in the chapter breaks are called dingbats. It's hilarious. So anyway, I loved that. So there might be a dingbat in between here, but we'll see. Anyway, right now it's just gonna be asterisks. We're at like basically like the conclusion of the house party. We're setting up events to bump us into Act 3. And I work in a 4-act structure, so we're really only halfway through this novel. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go ahead and see if we can get 3,000 words for the day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like awake and peppy and like ready to go. So let's do it. All right. It is almost noon. I have written 1,700 words. We're almost at 39,000 overall, so that's good. I do, however, need to take a little break. I just finished a chapter. I finished chapter 19. I'm about to start chapter 20, which is almost the halfway point. And yeah, but I need to pause. I need to get some lunch. I have a live stream at 1, so I'd like to be able to eat before that. And then we'll be back to this. Another, what, 1,300 words to go? I think I can do that. I'm getting a little tired. Hopefully food will help. And the live stream will definitely keep me on track because I'll have people watching me. And I don't like to disappoint. So I'll do it. I'll do it. But first, food. Oh my gosh, hi! In case you forgot, my name's Meredith. It's been 6 days since that last clip. Listen, let me just, I did in fact, according to my word count sheet here, I did in fact get 4,001 words from what you previously saw, which is great. I crossed the 40,000 word mark back last Sunday, yay. And this week has been so busy, and I'm definitely feeling stressed about the timeline for everything. So I just want to sort of like put my head down and work, you know what I mean? And so that's what I did. I've gotten almost exactly 10,000 words since the end of last Sunday. I did cross the 50,000 word mark yesterday. I'm at 51,149 words for this draft, which is great. I'm like maybe a third of the way into Act 3, which is a little terrifying. I'm just like, I don't know what to do about the word count at this point. I'm just writing, and we'll see what happens when I get to the end. I've also been finishing up the copy edits. I went through the whole thing. I did all of the copy edits. I wrote my dedication. I wrote my acknowledgements. That was very fun, but also like a challenge to make sure you don't forget anybody. I sent my editor a question about one little aspect of the acknowledgements that I'd really like to get like specific with, but I don't know the information. So anyway, I asked her, I haven't heard back from her yet, so I'm still kind of like holding on to the copy edits. And at first I was like, I'm done. As soon as I hear back from her, I'll be done. Well, then I was like, shouldn't you reread the whole thing like one more time just to make sure? And at first I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not rereading this whole thing. And then I thought, this is your last chance though. This is your last chance to make any little changes, because the next step is pass pages, which is basically just like proofreading. You're solely looking for typos and things like that. You're not able to make, mega changes to sentences or words or anything like that. So I really don't want to get the past pages and find, oh my goodness, you really should have reread it one more time. So I'm rereading it one more time. I started this morning. I just got to chapter 4. I have changed a few things. They're not things where it's like this would literally wreck somebody's reading experience, but it's just fiddly bits with the words. I'm trying to make sure especially that I haven't like changed something to address a copy edit note, which then unintentionally creates like a repeated word or specific phrasing within like 1 or 2 pages. I'm really looking for that kind of thing, because I think everything else is pretty solid. So anyway, my goal for today is fairly audacious. I want to get through half of the book, rereading it, making any little final changes I want to make. I'll do the second half tomorrow. I'd love to still be able to get 2,000 words. I just don't know if I can do it. If I can do all this, I'm going to try. I want to get at least some drafting done. I just don't know how long it's going to take me to read half of a book and then also have the energy to draft afterwards. But the copy edits are due Tuesday the 28th. Today is Saturday the 25th. So I really do need to, super prioritize the copy edits to make sure I can get them back in time. Yeah, I did a little chart last night, I think it was. Yeah. Just trying to outline when I need to have stuff done for book 2 in order to be on time with things, and it's a little crunchy. Here's the chart. I'll do some sort of little screen capture and we can chat about it. But yeah. Yeah. I need to have like a polished-ish version ready to send to my editor by October 1st. And that's, oh my gosh, May, June, July, August, September. That's 5 months. I have 5 months to finish a draft, do a second draft, and do a third draft, which is way faster than I've ever done any of that before. So I'm just stressed about the timeline for things, okay? And I'm just trying my best, because what else can I do? So my goal right now is to have the draft finished by May 8th. I think that's doable. That's like 2 weeks from now, and I'm over halfway done. So ideally, if I could finish it faster than that, that'd be great, but we'll see. It's almost 8 o'clock, or it's exactly 8 o'clock right now. I have a live stream later this afternoon, and I really just want to knock things out and focus and get stuff done. So like I said in that first clip, I don't know how much I'm going to actually vlog this weekend, but that's the current status. That's where we are. And let's go ahead and get back to reading. Okay, I also decided to just put my hair up because I don't even want to deal with it. The other thing I decided to do with this final little read through is I'm going to try to do a quote pull. So I've read this book so many times that none of the lines stand out to me as like, ooh, that's a great line. Because I've read it. I'm just so jaded to like the whole thing at this point. But one of the things that a lot of people like to do to promote the book is they post something on like Instagram, and they have like a quote from the book, right, in some portion of the post. And so I don't have a list of quotes from the book that I particularly think are anything decent, and so I'm trying to do a quote pull while I go through this, just so I have like a ready list of things that I could potentially include in a future social media post of some sort. I don't have any plans to post anything anytime soon, but I think it'll be nice to have a list like this on hand so I don't have to like pull the manuscript back up and go through 300 some pages to try to find like a little quote or something. So anyway, that's also what I'm trying to do here. You do. Let's go get your special snack. Hey, it's almost 11 / it's 11:15. I just wanted to give you a quick example of like the minute types of changes I'm making at this stage. I've gotten to page 100 in the manuscript, so I'm about half done with the number of pages I need to get through today. But in the original chapter, this has been this way for probably a year at this point. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't notice this sooner, but here we go. So the opening line in chapter 11 is, "The plush barouche splashed through puddles on Oxford Street." Da, 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 da. Hello? That's a lot of SH sounds in 3 words all right in a row. The plush barouche splashed. That's horrible. So I changed it. So now it's a landau. The plush landau splashed through puddles. Landaus and barouches are both different types of carriages. They're basically the same. They can seat 4 passengers that like face each other. It's drawn by a horse. The main difference is that a barouche has 1 hood that can be raised over like half the carriage. And a landau has 2 hoods that can be raised over the passengers to like fully ensconce them within, like, I guess if it starts raining or something while you're out. But anyway, so that was an easy swap to make. And now you're not like while you're trying to read the sentence. You're welcome to the audiobook narrator if this ever gets made into an audiobook. Anyway, back to it. Wait, I'll give you another example because this is just like, oh my gosh. How is it? Anyway, okay, my copy editor pointed this out. I have a sentence that says, heavy rainfall from the morning had yielded to gray skies, and then I have more after that. And the copy editor correctly pointed out that if it was heavily raining in the morning, it's not going to yield to gray skies. They were probably already gray while it was raining, so that doesn't like really make sense. So she made a suggestion for how to like slightly reword stuff to not have that kind of an issue. But her suggestion for how to reword it then results in this full sentence having the word through in it twice. I don't like that. So now I'm trying to reword this so it still sounds nice, but it doesn't have the word through in it 2 times. I'm glad I'm rereading it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me finish this up. All right, it is 5:15 and I am done for the day. In terms of rereading this book, I did a little extra on the pages I had to get through because I wanted to finish the chapter. So I'm a little bit ahead for tomorrow. I'm so tired. I did take a little bit of a break. I took a little nap because I was very tired. But other than that, I've been working pretty hard. I think what I'm going to do is take a quick little break, do my walking for the day, and then I need to write 2,000 words, and it's 5 o'clock already. I don't know if I'm going to get 2,000 words today, but I'll do something. We'll do something for sure. Let's get going on that. All right, so while Jade eats her dinner in the living room, I'm going to try to write as many words as I can. It's 6:45. I did my walking, I had some dinner, and now it's 6:45. So I need to, I don't know what my goal is. I'm just going to try to write and see what I end up with, frankly. If I get 2,000 words, that'd be amazing. I don't know if I have that in me at this point in the day. At least 1,000. We'll see. I'm just gonna do what I can. Let's go. All right, so listen, it's the end of the vlog. I didn't film anything after this. I just sort of gave up. So let me wrap this up very belatedly. Sorry. I did end up writing about 1,100 words on the 25th. So yeah, I was just exhausted. So I was like, at least I got that much. And I got another 2,000 words the next day. And I did finish rereading the whole book. I ended up handing in the copy edits on Monday the 27th. I heard back from my editor on that one little question I had regarding the acknowledgements. I was able to fill that one little thing in and then send it back. So that was very exciting. It is now off in past pages land, and I guess I'll see it back when it's all beautifully formatted. And yeah, that should be very fun. I got to see some sample pages of like how it's gonna look when it's formatted in like book format with like page numbers and like the title page and all that, which it looks really pretty. I'm very happy with the font they used on like the title page and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's gonna look like a real book the next time I see it, which is pretty exciting. So anyway, sorry this vlog was kind of all over the place. I've just had a lot that I'm trying to juggle, and it ended up being that filming became like not the priority. I think this vlog, you'll be seeing it on Friday, May 8th. And I think after this, we're going back to our normal Friday only uploads. So that'll be nice to have you kind of caught up with me in real time. And yeah, I'll see you back here next Friday. For now though, if you liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, you can click the subscribe button. I usually post videos on Fridays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.